everyone, and welcome to or back to my channel. Are you new to Bloxburg and trying to make your rooms go from plain to a little more sophisticated? If that's the case, then you tapped on the right video. There are plenty of super simple ways to make your rooms look a little more elevated. The first thing you should make sure you have is baseboards. If you're going to be using white baseboards, you're going to want to make sure that your wall is a different color so that it can stand out and give more to the room that you're decorating. If you have white walls, then I would recommend making it a linen or some kind of brown with the wood texture. If you're dealing with a bigger room like the living room or the kitchen, I would definitely either recommend just not blocking it off or giving it an open door. This will make the room look a lot bigger. In bigger rooms, the more lighting you have, the better. So I would recommend having the normal ceiling lights and then add big structural windows like these. A more modern way to go about a fireplace is adding shelves. Adding shelves will make this look so much more put together, and you're going to have so much space to add little decorations like books. It's also beneficial to keep in mind the fact that you want this to look put together, and if you don't want it to look like maximalist and you're going for a little more minimalistic, you're going to want to stick to at least 4 colors. I wouldn't go beyond that. So, for example, what I have in here are white tones, greens, goldish yellows, and browns. Adding plants is a super easy way to make the house you're building look more lived in. You don't want to add too many plants because that will shift the attention to the plants only. So in this room, I just did 2 plants on the shelves, 1 in the corner, and then 2 on this little table in the back behind the couch. Something little I like to do is add extra pillows onto the couches. When it comes to books, I see it as 2 options, more colorful or a little more natural, and I like the more natural look, so I think I'm going to go with that for this room specifically. And I'm going to add some other little things like tissue boxes and glasses just to make it, once again, look a little more lived in and realistic. Next, I'm going to be adding a telephone on the back table behind the couch. Of course, when it comes to the finer details, less is always more, because you don't want to overdo it. But of course, when it comes to building, it's all about personal preferences, so whenever you feel like you've added enough, you can just be done. Now, this would not be a living room if you didn't have a TV or at least a painting. I think it's honestly fine just like that, but I like to sometimes add a little bit more detail and go ahead and go in with some lighting around the TV just to make it stand out a little bit more. Now, as you can see, when you use white, it's just too bright, so I would go for a linen or a similar color to match the vibe of the room you're going for. Sadly, a lot of detail is based upon the game passes, so if you don't have those, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but it is still possible. So if you guys need some videos of how to build more realistic without game passes, I got you, just let me know. So here's what I have after decorating it. I didn't want to overdo it, but here's what I have so far, and I'm just going to add a couple more things. Of course, the shelves look perfectly fine just like this, but I like them to look a little bit more crowded. I like to add things like candles and extra newspapers or statues laying around. So here's what I have. I didn't do anything more than this. This is what I'm leaving the shelves as, but I liked the little look of the statue with the hourglass next to it. And the final thing that I added to give the room a little more personality was the portrait in the back corner. I otherwise would have added a mirror, but I couldn't find one that matched all the shapes I had going for this room. I really hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you want more videos like this, make sure to comment down below and let me know what you want to see next. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss another video, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time.